Again, everybody's attendance. We'll go ahead and begin with Commissioner Summers offering our invocation, and then our Pledge of Allegiance will be led by our County Clerk, Marley Young.
Our dear Heavenly Father, as we come before Thee today at this commission meeting, we appreciate Thy hand in the efforts that are going on, not only in our county and state, but throughout our nation and the world, that we might be able to have a special blessing for peace throughout the world, that we might be able to look upon the peace of others and that they will look upon ours and know that that's the best thing to be able to happen. We appreciate our armed force services that are spread around not only the world, but in our own backyards, and have a special blessing upon them that they might be able to all come home safely. Have a special blessing on those people that have lost loved ones since our last meeting, and that their hearts might be touched and understand and realize of the depth of gratitude that we have for those people that have gone and that have pioneered again before us, and that we might be able to remember them in our hearts and our minds and our souls. And please watch over us as we make decisions that will affect other people in this meeting tonight, that we might be able to be mindful of them. And we ask these favors and blessings humbly in the name of my Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen.
Please stand and join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
All right, thanks, everybody. Let's see. Minutes. Any questions, or did you have a chance to read those over?
I don't have any questions.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion, we approve the minutes from December 18th, 2019.
I'll second that motion.
Have a motion by Commissioner Hadfield and a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, let's see. What's our next agenda item?
Administrative review.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was getting ahead of myself.
You're getting in a hurry. Chrissy's got some names. You're gonna have to come up here
Some former agenda.
on forward on agenda.
Yeah.
Agenda items?
Yep.
Okay, so Chrissy Bennett. A few commission meetings ago, I told you that Lynn Kapner wanted to be released from the Mineral Lease Board, and he gave us until January. So it is January, and I have a list of names here from Michael Moss and Brian Hardy and Lynn Kapner that they have offered up, and if you guys want to look at them, and
Okay.
maybe we can get somebody called and get them on the agenda for the 22nd.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
If you just want to give those lists to Marta, and then we'll
Okay.
Okay,
Look it over.
go from there. Thanks,
Thanks.
Chrissy.
thank you. Any other former agenda items?
Just the one that we just talked about, that we'll have on the next one, right?
Yeah, I've got it down.
Okay.
We,
It's not a former.
Oh, I guess it's not former, it's,
Before,
yeah.
Just put it on there.
before we move on though, I do want to say, just from all of us, to give our condolences to Steve.
Yeah.
Steve's father passed away yesterday morning. My Uncle Reed did a lot in the community. He did a lot of wills and a lot of work for a lot of people for many years, and he'll be missed, and we just wanted you to know that.
thank you.
Yeah, that was my first
Condolences.
dealing with attorneys when he was doing my dad's stuff way back when during the dairy farm days. So Hatfield's been a name throughout many, many years here. So
Steve was the first attorney I worked with here in Brigham City. It was a, how do I put this? It was a good ending to a lousy situation.
Wow.
So, good legacy there. Also wanted to offer our condolences to the family of Sergeant Murphy. We lost Dave Murphy to short battle with cancer this last week, and had a wonderful funeral service just a couple of days ago. And great man, did a lot in the community, and
I'm not sure I've ever been to a funeral that people laugh so much. I mean, it was touching for the the plain fact, and then full military honors just always kill me, and
Last call.
last call was, I still can't even talk about it, so.
But yeah, he served for 33 years here in the county, so he'll definitely be missed.
Yeah.
So, okay. All right. Now can we get to the next agenda item, gentlemen?
It's all yours.
Okay, I've been waiting for 12 months. From what I understand, it's time to appoint a new commission chairman.
Would you like a motion?
I would love a motion.
I would make a motion that we appoint Jeff Hadfield for the new commission chair.
And if I don't second,
I
He
will
will.
probably step in.
I'll second.
Have a motion by Commissioner Summers and a second by Commissioner Hadfield. All in favor?
Aye. And in case you don't
Unanimous.
know,
Very good.
Marta got him a new gavel.
Commissioner Scott ruined the last one, banging it too hard.
Just
Five-
that one time.
So you don't mess
5
with
times in
Commissioner
one
Scott.
meeting. Yeah, 5
There was
times
wood
in one
chips
meeting.
flying all over.
Well, it still worked. It still worked fine. It just disappeared. So I'd like to have had that. That would have been a souvenir.
That should have
So
been a souvenir.
okay. Do we need to trade seats? You just want to run things?
I don't know if you have to trade chairs or
Okay.
leave it.
We'll
I'll
do
run
it
the
next
computer
next
and
time.
the
You're gonna
meeting.
make the signs work, you're gonna.
Traded our names already?
I traded your name.
I was Commissioner Scott for a while. I didn't even know it.
Chrissy's way too efficient.
Wow.
So
We can
okay.
change the names really quick, and then we'll just.
We just try and keep people on their toes.
There you have it. So okay.
All right.
It's all in favor, right?
Oh yeah, it was unanimous.
Unanimous.
Okay.
Yep.
Reluctantly.
So let it be written.
So let it be done.
Okay, so the next agenda item is the commission assignments. You guys
I think we're okay.
looked over that? Want to make any changes?
Well,
Yes.
Trade?
you guys won't trade, so.
Yes.
It's like trading cards. It's like if you want,
No, there'll be a few minor changes next year. We've talked a little bit with some of the municipalities that are in the Wasatch Front Regional Council service area and need to get some more participation there. So we'll have
Well,
to take care of that through the COG.
And I think maybe they should know that Commissioner Scott for the last 4 years has probably done, I don't know, 6 different commissions that he really doesn't need to be on, so,
In all fairness, just 2.
oh, okay, just 2.
Yeah, Mayor Cronin took care of it before that, but and it's been good because I've learned a lot. But I think that some of these other areas are really missing out because they're not involved in the process.
That's true.
And quite frankly, they're probably missing out on some funding for vital projects because they don't know about it.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Okay.
other than that, life's good.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we approve the commission assignments for 2020.
Oh, I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Summers, a second by Commissioner Scott. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Looks like Stan, you're
Well,
up.
I hate to say about more tributes to more good people that passed away, but Kent Watson, that was a member of Bragg for 30 plus years, that had to do with housing. Great guy. I've never seen him speak a bad word or lose his temper or anything to anyone. And he lost his battle with cancer over the holidays too. And we just want to tell condolences to his family. And so this doesn't get any easier the older you get. And I understand that, it shouldn't, but, it's tough to watch these people sail off into the sunset and they're not gone. They're just out of sight.
Somebody said getting old ain't for sissies.
Yeah.
So,
No, he was a great guy. I had a chance to work with him on a couple of different committees, and he did a phenomenal job with housing and rehab and the heat program. So he'll be missed.
yeah, he will be missed. So, thank you, Stan. Looks like we're up to Ken. Got road department. If you'll state your name for the record.
Ken Spackman, rancher from Park Valley. If I may be obliged, I would give my condolences to Steve. He worked for my dad, did a lot of business years ago, so that's quite a heritage. The reason I'm here is to ask a favor of the commission. I have a piece of property that I purchased a few years ago, and I've been trying to improve it and work on it. And slow as every rancher is, it crosses a county road. a mile and a half south of SR 30. This is a road that 3/4 of a mile after where I want to put this gate, it dead ends. I have talked with Royce Larson, who has cows down there below. He would be willing to open the gate through the winter. And there's a guy that lives there. His name is Grant. There's 4 or 5 guys that have bought a chunk of property together, and they come out and stay there, some of them. He says he would be fine with the gate through the winter. So there's really not much traffic that goes through it. And what I would ask is favor that we could put a gate there that I could put some cows there. This winter, it has juniper trees that make good protection. I've made a water lane, and I have water access there for them. Make good cover for calving, but it would keep my cows and Royce Larson separate until
Without
we
mixing.
can get a cattle guard put in when it's not frozen up and the ground's not so bad.
I think if you've got signatures from everybody and said, like you said, with the dead end, I don't have a problem with the temporary, as long as the guys out there on the road crew, you know, call you if they need to go down there, or you need to call them to come get into your cows or something to that effect. That do you
Well,
lock it or just?
And no, it's just a gate. And actually, we're working on building one that will be a hinged gate.
Okay.
We've built a stand that will be freestanding, and so it will be a gate that anyone could open. Yeah, won't be locked. Just trying to stop the cattle movement, not trying to stop people at all. Only the cattle.
So all the landowners and all those involved are in agreement then on it?
Well, I won't say all landowners, because you go down there and you hit.
Well,
hundreds of
that are affected by it.
The ones that are
Okay.
immediately affected with
That's-
it
yeah.
are okay with it.
Okay, yeah, that was my question.
Is there anything that we need to do from a county standpoint as far as notification? I mean, where it's not going to be locked?
I don't think there is. Bill, are you aware of anything that you normally do in a situation like this?
No, I think the proviso would be not to, nobody should put any restrictive signing on that gate.
Okay,
It cannot have any no trespassing or anything like that.
right, okay.
Okay.
That was the only question I had, is if there was anything that needed to be done from the county standpoint, just to be legal, so.
Anything else? I'd entertain a motion then.
I would make a motion that we allow the temporary gate on the county road. Do we need to identify an address or location on that?
Somehow. there ought to
Mile and a
be-
half.
55,400 west,
On SR,
1.5 miles south of SR 30.
okay. Okay, 1.5 miles south of SR 30, approximately 55,400 west. Okay,
Second.
I have a motion by Commissioner Scott, a second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks, bud.
Thank you, sir.
Have a safe
Thanks,
trip
Ken.
home.
Yeah.
Don't hit any deer.
Yeah, don't do that. I already took one for the team today, so, yeah.
Body shops will appreciate you.
They do. Thanks, Ken. All right. Looks like Jenica's up.
Okay, so I have a few policy changes, just little updates of things that we're actually doing that aren't in policy. I don't know if Steve's had a chance to review them, so you might want to,
I tried.
you might want to wait until,
We can
you
do
know,
pending.
past pending. The first one is in section 7.3. It just clarifies that if employees don't work 20 hours per week in a pay period, they're not eligible for benefits. That will be on a pay period by pay period basis. So if they work less than 20 hours a week in a certain pay period, benefits will be shut off. So that includes their retirement, vacation, and sick leave.
Okay.
The next one is in section 7.8. We actually have another section that covers this, but I think it's important to have it in both sections. It's the leave without pay section. It just says that no fringe benefits will be paid if an employee is on an unpaid leave of absence, including county paid holidays, wellness reimbursements, et cetera. That's what we're currently doing, so it needs to read in both places, I think. It's confusing. Section 7.10. Just a minor word change. Instead of an application form being completed for health insurance, it needs to be an enrollment form. At a previous meeting, we had discussed dependents who are non-US citizens, and if they're eligible for benefits or not, we've included that they are eligible as the insurance provider allows. So if the insurance provider says yes, we're okay with that. That was our discussion previously. Our new section that we've added is 7-11. It's the employee wellness program. This basically talks about all of our discounted health insurance premiums that we allow. It talks about the wellness points and the wellness reimbursements and monetary incentives that we are currently offering. There was one change to it. It adds that spouses can be covered for preventive exams. The limit still stays at $250, so I don't see a reason not to if we're trying to keep all of our people healthy. The next ones Commissioner Summers talked to me about. This is section 9.1. It talks about the employee committee and rotating employees through that committee. Previously, we've had a little bit of a hard time getting people to volunteer to be on the
Hey,
committee.
can I hold you? We're having a really bad noise from outside. If we can have them either shut the door.
Thanks.
Sorry, Keith just texted me and said that he can't hear anything. So,
Great.
okay.
So it basically says that members
Thanks, you guys.
should rotate in that committee to serve a term of no more than 3 years. So basically that allows for an employee to be on the committee and then be elected as the vice chair and then the chair, and then they would rotate out. So
Is that for any committee or is that specifically benefits?
it's specifically for the employee committee. The next change is actually for the benefits committee.
Okay.
We currently have 13 members on the committee, and this said 9, so we changed that. It specifically designates who should be on that, what types of employees. So we added that a commissioner will serve on that committee as well. We took out the word annual on annual updates. We'll just recommend updates to the commission. And then we added supplemental programs.
Is there a term limit for the commissioner to serve on that benefits
There
committee?
is not.
Just,
You're welcome.
just checking. Just checking.
We just thought that there might be a better chance to having more people input if they want to, so.
Well, and the good thing about the employee committee is once they've been on it for 3 years, they kind of understand how it works, and then it gives somebody else an opportunity.
Yep.
Okay.
The chair thinks you're doing a great job.
Yeah, that wasn't on the, we talked about assignments, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Didn't
You
change,
seconded
did it?
that.
I was just making sure it was legal, so.
Are we talking about recovery suite today, or is that?
No, that one got postponed. It didn't get on the agenda, so
Oh, okay.
it'll be at the next meeting, and then it'll be effective February 1st.
Okay.
And you've had a chance to skim over these?
I pulled them up to review them on my computer Friday morning, and they're still there.
Okay.
So,
I'll make a motion that we pass these policy updates pending Steve Hatfield's approval.
I will second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Summers, a second by Commissioner Scott. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jenica.
Thanks. You got? I just asked him. Thanks.
Mr. Lyons, looks like you're up.
All right. Scott Lyons, Community Development. So I have a subdivision. It's the Miller Farms subdivision. It is a 6-lot subdivision located, let's see exactly where it is. It's on 6,000 West, ranging from 17,220 north to 17,400 north. The lots range in size from 3.17 acres to 5.5 acres. And the subdivision has been reviewed and approved by all applicable county departments except for the attorney's office. So, I guess if he's comfortable with this, I would request that it be approved subject to his review. We can get together and review that at his earliest convenience, and then we can get his signature followed by
That way we're not waiting a couple weeks.
your
4 weeks.
signature on it.
did we preliminary approve that one? Have I seen it before?
What's that?
Have I seen that before, or is this the first time?
This would be the first time. Well, you saw it at planning commission level, but not at this level.
And let's see, 8 lots?
6.
6.
So this was, also went before the planning commission in November and received approval from them in November.
All right. I would make a motion that we approve the Miller Farm subdivision, subject to review by our county attorney.
Second?
I have a motion by Commissioner Scott, second by Commissioner Summers. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Scott. Happy New Year.
Is that scrap?
That's going to be January 22nd.
Okay.
I'll make a motion that we go into a closed session to talk about personnel.
I'll second that.
I have a motion by Commissioner Summers, second by Commissioner Scott.
Wait till
Guess we
vote.
can't vote on it yet.
I'm not calling for the aye yet.
Okay.
Can I get the official passing of the?
Oh, there you go. You sit up.
Good thing I remembered to bring it today. I've had it for a month. It's been sitting at home. Got delivered there.
You know, it's funny, this, there are some conditions that fight over this.
I thought he was thumping on the head with this.
2, 3, one more just for good measure. 2.
So we can get a clear picture.
I thought he was gonna be like,
You want a copy?
I dubbed you.
Maybe you get a good one, because my wife hates that picture. She flat out told me, I'm like, because it looks just like me or what?
what do you wish for that?
I'm not sure I skipped anything.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nelson.
Nelson.
I know.
Oh, I just needed to see how loud it was.
How
Put our
cheesy.
initials
I don't
on.
know, I got a lot to live up to there. I gotta see if I can do as good a job on that one as Jeff did on the other one.
It's just an Amazon thing, so it
Oh.
probably won't last long, so.
No,
You saying Amazon's cheap?
that was a client.
Oh, I thought it said Vincent.
Better to even get the little
We gotta get
plastic
back to
Fisher
him,
Price.
actually.
There's no better last longer.
New Year.
You realize the first one we had to sign?
Yeah, unfortunately.
So, will any of these be back? This is a lot of firefighters.
Yeah, the firefighters come called her and said.
I was just looking and it shows that the last date that was worked was,
Yeah, somewhere over a year ago.
yeah.
10 days.
Okay.
We're just kind of.
That was sure quick, wasn't it?
18 days, she said,
Wow.
from the time they found out to the time he shut his office.
Man, somebody was already thinking ahead. They've got me listed in the chair already.
If you're him, maybe that's what you like.
Jeez,
That's what, I went home and told my
I
boy.
feel like I've been bushwhacked.
Honestly, Dad, 18 days. 14 years.
He's got a few more coming down.
Yeah, it's a suffering I'm part of. I've been through both.
Yep.
Mom died 3 years into cancer and Dad got out of the shower. So he went out of this world the same way he came into it.
Still having a hard time getting used to putting a 20 on the end of that.
I know.
Oh.
I've written 2019 so many times.
That's why I don't put the date on it.
Yeah, just every change of the year. Never has a date.
So everybody can just wonder when Stan signed it.
There may be one time you put the date and that probably shocked me.
I'm gonna turn over a new leaf, how's that?
Is that your New Year's resolution?
Yep, start putting the date on it.
Need to get with you with Corey still. Okay.
You got a couple more to sign there, big boy. Where should we put that, Gov?
Bill,
Yeah.
told him one of us just needs to be up here cradling it.
Can you see us go?
Just rack it every once in a
Back
while.
there, we should have it up here.
Yeah,
Sure what Steve said.
rather have it up here with the pin in it.
Yeah, nobody knows that the pin's been.
Did you hear that, Dale?
What's that?
Steve says, wouldn't you rather have it up here on one of these corners? I like the vertical.
Is there a plug, is there
Okay.
a plug right there?
I had a motion by Commissioner Summers and a second by Commissioner Scott. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.